High school sports can almost feel like a rite of passage, but the thing that many take for granted were always more difficult for Price Sparks, so the Elmore County senior decided to work harder. The snap, the hold, the kick. It's the order of action, just like pads, practice, play for a football team. But the steps Price Sparks took to become Elmore County's kicker did not follow the typical sequence.
Price was in the stands with the band and saw that the trouble we were having kicking, and he asked me, could he try? I think the first game he played for us, I believe he kicked 5 PATs.
The referee's arms extended and whistle was music to Coach Norman Dean's ears, all the while keeping in tune with the band. But away from the field, Price quietly struggled with Tourette syndrome and ADHD, challenges he faced most of his youth.
It was very noticeable. It was at one point I couldn't even read a book because I'd be twitching all over. People would be staring at me as I rode down the road with my mother going shopping because it was really embarrassing. I always felt like somebody, an outsider.
Tourette syndrome is a neurological disorder that causes uncontrollable movements and sounds.
Like having an itch on your brain, for instance, and the only way you can scratch it is to be able to do your tics. That's what we call basically the way we relieve ourselves. There's a common misconception about tics that somebody's going to be screaming, say profane words out, but a lot of times that's not the case. A lot of times it's even a mental thing.
Which can be exhausting to constantly focus on and try to overcome. That's where football and the band made the difference.
That's why I love kicking, because it's one of those things that I can just enjoy without having to worry about my Tourette's or my ADHD bothering me.
On Friday nights, number 23 went through the typical pregame ritual with the band before joining the team on the field.
It's game time.
And at halftime, Price took part in the marching band without looking the part, dressed in his football uniform.
It's quite a challenge trying to do all of them and still manage myself in the classroom and emotionally and mentally and, of course, physically.
He understood what he had to do to overcome it better than I did or his mother did or even the doctors. And he's made those adjustments.
Price was good on 23 of 26 kicks and also connected on the relationships. He hopes to boot regret of waiting 2 games into his senior year to tackle the T's by seeking out a college that could give him a chance to walk on.
It's got to be special for your senior year too, to come out and not have, stress on you that people are going to look at you different.
I think it's made the year, the way the kids are here. It has just been a great experience for me.
They accepted me for who I was, and I'm really glad of that.
Price Sparks' mental battle isn't over, but you don't need a scoreboard to tell who's winning. Congratulations to Price Sparks.